We just got further confirmation from PlayStation when it comes to their exact mindset of how they're going to be handling their big first-party titles. Find out what Sony is cooking. Up next. What up, guys? This is Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. So, over the weekend, we finally did it. We crossed 300 subs. So thank you to anybody and everybody who just joined this channel. Thank you to everyone who comes back to this channel for your weekly video game news content. So let's get into the news. Sony and first-party titles go hand in hand. Huge blockbuster first-party titles are the things that built Sony and PlayStation into the brand it is today. With the introduction of PlayStation Plus, which is always compared to Xbox's Game Pass, many people are wondering, why haven't there been day one releases for games like God of War Ragnarok or now Spider-Man 2? Now, me personally, I just don't understand why they haven't included those titles on their subscription service, but it appears they're very content with their current strategy. In an interview with GameIndustry.biz, Sony's vice president and global head of subscriptions, Nick McGuire, shed more light on this issue. Quote, "We're happy with our strategy. Putting games in a bit later in their life cycle has meant we could reach more customers. 12, 18, 24 months after they released." He continued, "We're seeing customers still get excited about those games and jumping in. For us, that's working. Occasionally, there will be an opportunity to invest in a day-and-date release like Stray, and we will jump on those when they come in. But for us, letting those first-party games go out on the platform outside the service first, that's working, and that will continue to be our strategy moving forward." Now, Sony has alluded to this before, but this time around, they're sharing more tangible timelines when it comes to staggered releases. But when you look at Sony's recent attempts at smaller scale games, there really hasn't been much success. I'm looking at Dreams, Concrete Genie, and Gravity Rush 2 as examples of games that could have benefited from being out on PlayStation Plus day one. But compare this to Xbox, and you guys know I love Xbox. Games like Pentiment, Grounded, and even Hi-Fi Rush, at least I feel, wouldn't have reached the numbers they did without being on a service like Game Pass. And this isn't to say they're bad games. I really enjoyed Grounded and Hi-Fi Rush. This is more or less talking about in terms of reachability to gamers. Normally, I wouldn't have downloaded games like Hi-Fi Rush or Grounded, because nowadays, a $60 to now $70 bet you're taking on a game you really don't know about just doesn't seem appealing to me. But because those games were on Game Pass and it was technically free, I decided to give it a try. Mainly what I'm getting at here is, when I look at a service like Game Pass, putting these smaller titles on that service really allows devs to get creative and really try new things, which only can benefit the consumers in the end. So maybe Sony can take a step back here from their viewpoint and really try to look at things here. Sure, keep some of the bigger games staggered, but maybe release these smaller games on day one just to help to add value to the service. I mean, hey, if they release a new Sly Cooper game or even a new Jak and Daxter game on PlayStation Plus, consider me a subscriber to any tier they gate that off to. But as for now, no first-party games are coming to PlayStation Plus day and date, and it looks like a time frame of 12 to 24 months. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass this question off to you guys. Should PlayStation take a chance and release those smaller titles on PlayStation Plus day one? Honestly, I don't see any harm in doing that. Again, not all of these titles will be an overnight success, but you can add more to the library. But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.